That's a great question. And,
I'm letting you produce this deal.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. See, my TV skills are not as good as yours because I can't think on the spot like you can, on TV. I would rather, we'll open with the Daytona 500 from last year.
Let's go there.
We're here for the 500. Even though it's going to sting a little bit. We'll open with that one.
Does this finish motivate you for the weekend ahead?
Yeah, we've been really close to winning this thing a few times, and probably had a good shot to win it 3 or 4 times, and it's not really worked out for us. So it does motivate you. You go back and watch those races and moments in time, and figure out, okay, obviously that move didn't work out for us. What can we do different to, if we're in that spot again? How do you change up what you did to try to be able to win the race? And you just hope that those things apply to you the next time you go there, and you hope they work out in your favor.
So, Ryan, when you look back at 2022, by no means was it a bad season. You had 12 top 5s, 17 top 10s. You won more stages than any other driver, top 10 in points. Jonathan Hassler, first-year crew chief last year. What have you guys sat down? What have you sat down and talked about this offseason moving into this second year with the next-gen car?
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of speed last year. We just didn't really close out races like we should have. And that was, whether it was, me making mistakes on the racetrack, struggling on pit road. Pit road was kind of like a whole group thing. And we had fast cars, but we couldn't really piece everything together. And, I feel like we have sat down, Jonathan and I'm really excited to work with Jonathan for the second year. He's a great guy, very smart, and I look forward to it. You figure out the things you did well, and you figure out the things you struggle with, and you try to, make them better on all sides. And then it's kind of like this race last year. You hope they apply, right, when you kind of study those things and all that stuff. So, and you hope you still have the same pace as you had last year. Your cars are just as fast as they were last year and can contend. Obviously, the Penske cars were fast. Joey winning the championship, and us, being up there, up towards the front, and you just try to make everything better.
I was going to say, you guys have to be encouraged the way you finished off 2022. Yeah. You got that second place finish at Martinsville, several top 5s, top 10s to at least finish off the year.
Yeah, definitely. We had crazy speed at the end of the year, especially in the playoffs, and it definitely stings because, even without the regular season wins, I thought we had a great shot to make Phoenix, and I dropped the ball at Vegas and Miami, making mistakes behind the wheel and kept us out. And then the speed we had at Phoenix is just another gut punch. Like, man, we could have won that if we were in the championship four. It was just kind of like, man, just making too many mistakes, and that was on me at the end of the year. But obviously our cars had great speed, and I'm excited for the Fords this year. I think the new nose we have is really going to hopefully step up our game even more and give us more speed in our cars. So confidence is definitely high at the Penske camp right now, and they should be. And we do a great job of continuing to work and get better, which is something I, really admire out of the Penske group. It's something they've done well for a long time, and they still do it.
We shared the highlights of last year's 500. You were close. Your teammate Austin Cindric gets the win. Joey's won here. Ryan Newman won for the captain in 2008. We know what the Indy 500 means to Roger Penske. What does he say? Words of wisdom from the captain before this race.
Gosh, I feel like I can't speak for RP, but, I feel like it's up there with the Indy 500. It's, something that is, it's he has multiple teams across, all different motorsports, and they have their big races, right? The Indy 500 on the IndyCar side, Daytona 500 on our side, Le Mans on his prototype side that he has now with Porsche, all those massive races that he wants and is really hungry to win more of. Always want to win the big races and every race. But last year we won it, they won it on his birthday, That's a pretty cool birthday present right there. I don't know if it falls the same day this year. I don't think it does. But, it's RP wants us to win every single race. And I think every race is just as important to him as, the next one, just because he loves winning. And but I think the Daytona 500 is up there with the Indy 500.
Larry, I gave him a chance to produce and tell us what highlight he wants to run. He failed miserably on that.
He danced around it.
He did. You get a chance to redeem yourself in the booth Saturday when you're a part of our Xfinity broadcast. We look forward to having you there.
Yeah, me too.
And hopefully that is a prelude to a big Sunday for you. Good luck in the 500.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you having me.
Josh?